Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya 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 Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Saraswata Shri Srimati Bhagavatam Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai Radha Madhav ki jai Radha Shyam Sundar ki jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udayate Nastha Prayesha Badresha Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti. Next. Hare Krishna, everyone. Please pray for me and bless me so that I can speak something. I am not qualified actually. And this is the first time sitting on this asana for the Bhagavatam. So I don't know what I can speak, but please. just for my purification. And please the devotees in the Lord. Trying to. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text number 9. Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishihi
Naranarayana Vrishi
Bhutva mo pasamo betam
Bhutva Mopashami Petam
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Akaro Dusharam Tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishihi
Naranarayana Vrishi
Bhutvatmapashana petam
Bhutva
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Bhutva
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Akaro Dusharam Tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishihi
Naranarayana Vrishi
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Bhutva
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Akaro Dusharam Tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishihi
Naranarayana vrishihi
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Akaro duscharam tapa
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana
Naranarayana
vrishihi
vrishihi
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Duscharam tapaha
Akaro Dusharam Tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishi
Naranarayana vrishihi
Bhutvatmopashamopetam
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana Vrishi
Naranarayana vrishihi
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Akaro Dusharam Tapaha
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Turye dharma kala sarge
Turye dharma kala sarge
Naranarayana vrishi
Naranarayana vrishihi
Bhutvatmopashamopetam
Bhutvatmopashamapetam
Akaro dusharam tapaha
Akaro dusharam tapaha. Transform word to word. Turye.
Turye
In the fourth of the line,
in the fourth of the line
Dharmakala,
Dharma kala
wife of Dharmaraja,
wife of Dharmaraja
Sarge,
Sarge
being born of
being born of
Naranarayana,
Naranarayana
named Narayana,
named Naranarayana
Rishi,
Rishi
sages,
sages
Bhutva,
Bhutva
becoming
becoming
Atma,
Atma
Upasana,
Upasana
Upasama,
Upashama
controlling the senses,
controlling the senses
Petam,
Petam
for achievement
for
of
achievement
Akarot,
Akaro
undertook,
Undertook
Dusharam,
Dusharam
very strenuous,
very strenuous
Tapaha,
Tapaha
penance.
penance.
Translation. In the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nara and Narayana, the twin sons of the wife of King Dharma. Thus, he undertook severe and exemplary penances to control the senses. Purport. As King Rishabha advised his sons, tapasya, or voluntary acceptance of penance for realization of the transcendence, is the only duty of the human being. It was so done by the Lord himself in an exemplary manner to teach us. The Lord is very kind to the forgetful souls. He therefore comes himself and leaves behind necessary instructions, and also sends his good sons as representatives to call all the conditioned souls back to God. Recently, within memory of everyone, Lord Chaitanya also appeared for the same purpose, to show special favor to fallen souls of this age of iron industry. The incarnation of Narayana is worshipped still at Badri Narayana on the range of Himalayas. Actually, Prabhu had written to read the 10th also. Panchamaha Kapilo Nama Siddhesha Kala Viplutam Provachasuraye Sankyam Tattva Grama Vinirnayam. Translation. The fifth incarnation, named Lord Kapila, is the foremost among perfected beings. He gave an exposition of the creative elements and metaphysics to Asuri Brahmana. For in course of time, this knowledge had been lost. Okay. The sum total of creative elements is 24 in all. Each and every one of them is explicitly explained in the system of Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya philosophy is generally called metaphysics by the European scholars. The etymological meaning of Sankhya is that which explains very lucidly by analysis of the material elements. This was done for the first time by Lord Kapila, who is said herein be the fifth in the line of incarnations. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashilake Chakshurpurmilitamena Tasma Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupam Nati Swapanam Vanchaka Putrobhyascha Pasandabhya Chakritam Nampalebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Gaurvani Pachani Vishesha Shri Paschatya Deshamara Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Okam Karoti Vachalam Anumam Kaitera Yat Kripakam Shri Vidharma Prabhu Shri Chaitanya Krishna. Hare Krishna. Every Saturday is really auspicious to be attending the Srimad Bhagavatam class. It's very nice to all this association and all the devotees coming and assembling for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the only way. There's no other way. That's the only way.
Is the microphone on?
I think so.
Is this? Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I don't want to be recorded. Recently, I was hearing something from one of the acharyas. Actually, Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was giving a lecture in Philippines. He was addressing all the devotees, saying, everybody has to wake up early in the morning, do sadhana bhakti, attend Mangalarati, Guru Puja and Srimad Bhagavatam class. That is the way he can control your senses. Because the mind goes everywhere. Mind is a friend, mind is an enemy. So, how much ever you try to control your mind, it's not going to happen. So the only way it can be controlled automatically is we cannot control. Krishna makes us control by our sadhana bhakti. That is the only way, it says. If you chant your rounds properly and hear Srimad Bhagavatam, that is the only way you can control our mind. In that way, we will be set for the day, for our life. That was kind of a very important instructions, especially for me, maybe for all of us. If you don't do sadhana bhakti, you're actually, the material modes are so strong. At the age of Kali, it's bombarding each and every one, no matter what. It's difficult to control ourselves. We don't know, we'll be completely lost. What is this conditioned life? Anybody can say, what is this conditioned life means?
You are programmed to do certain things. Not able to do
Programmed to do certain way, but not able to.
doing another different. For example, in this material world, a man is attracted to a woman, woman is attracted to a man. A man is never attracted to a man. That is condition. You cannot change that condition. It's very difficult. That's what I think.
Anyone else?
Which is not in its natural or freedom, something in that lines it's coming from. It's kind of a restrictive or some external factors are kind of constricting or restricting, not in its original or free form.
Thank you.
Let our karmic reactions dictate, just live according to that.
Okay.
Instead of, from previous, you bring a certain baggage and just go according to that. We don't know how to reform our life by executing spiritual activities.
I can see different realizations. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Excellent. I heard, and I think I read, as you said, because of our previous activities in our previous lives, we are somehow at least we got a human being, the body of a human being. And on the top of it, we are bombarded by the influence of the material modes of nature. Because of all these previous activities, and which tends to, no matter what, that's bombarding and the influence of these material modes of nature. That is what conditioned life is. Completely. Now we don't know. We say early morning, Brahma Muhurta, and after that, goodness, after that passion, after that ignorance. If you really see, I don't know how many of us are in goodness. Always passion and ignorance. Passion, that's, if you're not Krishna conscious, there's no way we can even come to the platform of goodness. It's very difficult. That's why, in order to uplift the conditioned souls, Krishna comes, he himself comes, and he comes in different incarnations, not one. Think about this chapter. Krishna is the source of all incarnations, but he gives one after the other. And when was this Nara Narayana Rishi appearance? in the beginning of Kalpa. Just back old, when Krishna, Brahma created this universe. That's the beginning. And beginning of that Kalpa, Narayana Rishi was there. They appeared. And they came here for a purpose. And why so many incarnations? You need to understand why Krishna himself can come and do whatever, he can do whatever he wants to. But why many incarnations? Maybe one is enough. We have Dashavataras, we have how many avatars? The incarnations means we know only Dashavataras. But look at this, Bhagavatam speaks so many incarnations. Why? What is that? Really is, to my understanding, Krishna is trying to help us in all aspects because we must so much conditioned and we are conditioned in varieties. Not one variety. We are conditioned in so many varieties. So for every variety, there has to be one incarnation so that they can uplift us. I am thinking like that. And this incarnation, the fourth incarnation in the line is Narayana Rishi. Recently I had been to India and I had been to Sringeri. There, goddess Saraswati, they call Sharada. There was a reason I went there, but I was thinking, praying Sharada Devi, which is Saraswati. Immediately the verse came to my mind. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam. And here, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Narayanam Namaskritya. There itself, they are actually worshipping Naranarayana. Amazing. That's the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have to pray Narayana Rishi. And then also Saraswati. So I sincerely prayed Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati, at least give me some knowledge, give me some strength to even read Srimad Bhagavatam in my life. So, if you think about Narayana Rishi, we are actually every day, during Srimad Bhagavatam, we are actually chanting his names. But if you really, the purport and translation is so small here. but think about why that initially, that starting verse itself says Narayana Rishi. What is the reason? He is talking about the penance or austerity. So that is the main thing we can, and it also says, exemplary, he did exemplary, severe penances to control the senses. Nowadays, controlling the sense is very easy, people say. We'll say go there into different spiritual organizations, so-called. One will say control your mind by breathing, control your mind by looking at some object, control your mind by even running, doing exercise, so many things. And guess what? Even running or walking or sitting will get attracted to some object nowadays. Because that is because of the Kali Yuga. It is very difficult to control the senses. But whether it is Kali Yuga or Treta Yuga or Satya Yuga, whichever Yuga, if you don't control the senses, you cannot realize God. And what is the purpose of controlling the senses? Is a question. Why do we need to control the senses? Is to get the mercy of the Lord. That is the only way we can achieve or get the mercy of the Lord. How? That means we can understand who we are and what is the connection between us and Krishna. Then only, that means, if you think about in general, a person who is very disturbed in a day-to-day activity, and even husband talks to wife, or wife talks to husband, somebody, whole day something's going on. Even children, there are a lot of disturbance. Yesterday I saw in my opposite house, one lady was very in a hurry. She took the car, she went away. And she did not close the garage. Why? Then I went and said, I was thinking to go and tell them, no, you did not close the garage, maybe. Because they're in a hurry. No sense, there is not, it's not that they don't want to come, but they're in a hurry. My mind is somewhere. I'm driving, but my mind is somewhere. It's very difficult. And the same lady, few days ago, she was coming from the office in the Stonebridge area. She just drowsed something. She hit the tree. It flipped 3 times and again parked there. The car is totaled. Nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to her. Why? Is it previous karma? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But if we control, even we control our control the senses again, right? Even we cannot control our eyes. What about other senses? It's very difficult. I'm thinking I'm driving, but I can't control. Any time it might drowse. It might close. With that also we don't have control. Of course we don't have control of tongue at all. We don't have to talk about that. Everybody knows. No control of tongue. But how do you straighten it out? Is the question. Narayan Rishi did a lot of austerity to teach us. Krishna himself came as incarnation after incarnation. Because Krishna originally, if you see Brahma Samhita, one candle of light is being lit to the other candles of light. Other candles, right? But the flame is same. That same flame, but is again lighting the other candles with the same flame. So there is a potency is same. Whether Krishna or other incarnation, the potency is same. But why is he coming with many incarnations? He has a certain potency so that it will tell us how and what we need to do for certain variety of our conditioning. In that way. So Narayan Rishi was very, very austere on penance and doing a lot of penance. Very austere. So what is this? There is a power of penance. There is actually a power to the penance. Some people now, there is Chaturmasya going on. People are telling, I need to do only 2 times of eating. I need to do only milk day. Maybe only fruits in a day. Nothing like that. And there are a lot of restrictions. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Even Ekadashi, they say not to eat grains. On the top of it, okay, there is an excuse. Not grains, but you can eat anything else other than grains. But that is the most sumptuous prasadam we'll have. There is no control on our senses. But it's very difficult, whether hearing music, oh my God, tons of musics. Can you control? No. It's a sound. The sound is the one which will even make us desire whatever we want to. There is no control of our object. The sense objects are so strong. How to control the sense objects, we don't know, right? And we are trying to control. Even that sound, even the vibration makes us. Somebody tells me, you know what? That place is really cool. We have to go. Somehow rather, we will make ourselves ready and make all the arrangements to go to that place. Just that sound can make us so strong. Some people say something and we hear that. There you go. In India Day Parade, I was there in the evening. Oh my God, so many people control. Nobody can control anybody there. Only the sound was controlling. So loud. You can't even next person sitting next to me, they could not hear. So strong noise. See, the metal word is bombarding. That too, it is in the evening. So what was that? Is it goodness or is it passion? Oh my God, it's an ignorance, mode of ignorance. It's still strong. No way. That sound was really bombarding. And the eyes, looking at them, they are doing all those activities for Krishna. And I was talking to the devotee, said, oh, you know what? This is not the place for us. wrap up the books, let's go. So much. So I was thinking, and then I got that message saying, oh, you have to read this, Srimad Gita, this class. I was relating all this, oh my God, how am I controlling the senses and how can I talk about controlling senses? What Narayan Rishi did. Even I cannot control my senses at all. And how can I talk about this austerity and penance? A person has a love affair, and suddenly there is something happens, divorce in the family, and think about their austerities. And sir, right? Who was the sir? Krishna's friend, Prabhu. Once he said, family life is very austere. And then, on the top of it, you are coming to the temple, driving all the way, I'm talking about Kishore, all the way an hour drive. That is a real austerity. Coming to the temple is a real, in spite of all those busy schedules in your life, you are coming there to see Krishna. That is the real austerity. That is how Krishna gets pleased. In spite of all the activities, in spite of very busy schedules, still we want to give ourselves time with Krishna. That's what Krishna likes. So then I understood, okay, that means you spend some time with Krishna. That means we have to detach from this world, and then how much ever you have to do, you will do, but there is no control on it. We try to do an artificial way or a mechanical way, which will never happen. So the way to control the senses or detach from this, all the sensual pleasures, is to attach with Krishna. Right? So that is the easiest way. How do I control? There is no way. You don't do anything. Just come to temple, sit there, listen Srimad Bhagavatam, see the deities form of the deities. Archa Vigraha, none other than Krishna himself. That is the easiest. And Krishna is merciful, and it will take the conditions away from our heart. That's the easiest way. How much ever you do Shirshasana, no way. Shirshasana you can do, the blood circulation will help you to control the senses, but it will be the other way. Something else will happen. Okay. I was thinking about the introduction, it's already 7:45. Hare Krishna. So a little bit on who is Narayan Rishi and what they really did. Rishabhadev explains, Nayam is actually Rishabhadev's verse. Rishabhadev Uvacha, Nayam Deho Deha Bhajandraloke, Kastan Kaman Arhate Vid Bhujam Ye, Tapo Divyam Putraka Yena Satvam, Shuddhyed Yasmat Brahma Saukyam Tvat Anantam. Lord Rishabhadev told his sons, my dear boys, of all living entities who have accepted the material bodies in the world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification. Should not work. Which is available even for, this is very heavy, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in the penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified. And when one attains this position, he attains eternal, blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. So heavy. Lord Brahma had many sons. One of the sons was Dharma. And we know Daksha, Prajapati, he had 10,000 many wives. And that means he had so many children. Wives and children, wives and children. One of the daughters, actually was Murti, who was married to Dharma. And their sons were twins, Nara Narayan. Okay? That's what I heard. And Nara, it says Nara Narayan is also singular, but there are twins. If you refer to Narayan and Rishi, this is one Rishi, but there are actually two. Just like Krishna and Arjuna. Krishna and Arjuna. But they are one. Is it one? No, it's actually two. Twins, but they're actually called Nara Narayan, but they actually singular. That's what it says. Nara indicates human being, and Narayan is the one who gives shelter to all the living beings. And Ayana means place of shelter. Nara, human being. Narayan is the one who bestows or gives shelter to all. Ayana means place of shelter. Actually, there is a pastime. Krishna and Arjuna, the pastime of how Brahman, son of Brahman, right? But I want to repeat again. Mahavishnu said and gave the blessings. Of course, how can Mahavishnu giving blessings to Krishna? No. But at least he said when Krishna and Arjuna went there to Mahavishnu's abode. So in the Dwaraka, Ugrasena was the king, Krishna was there, and actually he was ruling, right? But so many personalities were there. But one Brahmin, he came and he was pleading and just like commenting on the government. What kind of government is this? You are telling you can control the whole, all the citizens. You are protecting all the citizens, but there is no way. I am losing my sons after sons. The moment the child is born, he is dead. Like one after the other, there were 9 sons dead. The 10th was supposed to be, right? Then, after the 9th, he came to the kingdom, he came to the king and asked, how can you protect? That time Arjuna was visiting Dwaraka. Nobody was answering anything. When they were, he was actually talking about and commenting, nobody was answering. Arjuna stood up and said, I will protect your child. Then let me know when another child is born, I can come and protect you. There was a time, the time came, the 10th child was supposed to be born. Arjuna, he went and did with all the skills, he covered the whole area, kind of a wall with all the arrows. What happened? The child was born and is gone. But Arjuna said, if I cannot protect the child, I will jump into the fire. And he was ready to do that. And Krishna comes and says, he protects. No. Stop. And he interferes, and he then finally, where did they go? They went even to Yamaraj. They looked at everywhere, right? Actually, it said they both were traveling in the path of sun. How the sun travels, in the path of the sun, they traveled universe, the whole universe, and then finally they ended up in the Mahavishnu Sabhu. They found the child there. So when they asked Mahavishnu, Mahavishnu said, yes, all the children are here. Why did you do that? Because I want to see you both of you. Just to see them both of you. And they basically kidnapped the children, but for a Brahmin they said the children are dead. And then Mahavishnu returned all the children, and he said, you are going to live long in this material world. Actually, Krishna and Arjuna, Nara and Narayan are none other than Krishna and Arjuna. So even today, think about the beginning of Kalpa, how many millions of years. And now, Brahma is 50th year, correct? 50th year. That 50 years of Brahma are still there and will be there. And I heard that even end of this Kali Yuga, till end of the Kali Yuga, when the Satya Yuga starts, everything will be annihilated. Everything. Narayan Rishi will be there, Vyasadeva will be there, and some others. I don't remember, but some others will be there. And they will enter the Satya Yuga and again start. So that means Narayan Rishi will be eternally there. How many years of Brahma? 100 years of Brahma. That means 50 years is over. That Narayan Rishi, even today, it's there in the Badrikashram. Lord Madhvacharya, he went to Badrikashram and had conversation with Vyasadeva. But that is an upper Badri. If you go to Badrinath today, it's not visible for us. It's an upper Badri, but that's what they say. But that is a different platform. We don't understand where to go. Of course, getting into the Himalayas is very difficult. But Madhvacharya is an incarnation of Vayu. He jumped, he just went there. I heard some time ago Radhanath Maharaj was talking how he climbed the mountain and he was able to reach Upper Badrikashram and had conversation yesterday. And there, that Badrikashram is actually, they said, tropical, it's a tropical area. Can you think about, it's called tropical paradise. They call it because tropical paradise where Vyasadeva lives, even today. That means, Upper Badrikashram, you can't even go to Himalayas, and there is a different platform somewhere. And nobody can reach there. So, Narayan are none other than Krishna and Arjuna. And, Narada Muni had received the teachings from whom? Beginningly. In the beginning, it was Brahma who taught. But who else would have learned from? Narada Muni. Narada Muni, even he got the teachings from Narayan Rishi also. And he says, one prayer by Devatas and one more from Narada. There are two prayers here. One from Narada, I just want to recite. Om Namo Bhagavate Upasana Shilayo Paratanat Mayaya Namo Kinchana Vittaya Rishi Rishabheha Naranaranaya Paramahamsa Paramaguruve Atmara Mahadi Pataye Namo Nama iti, it's actually Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 19th verse, text number 11. Actually, Narada is offering his obeisances. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the best of all saintly persons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the most self-controlled and self-realized. He is free from false prestige and is the asset of the persons who have no material possessions. He is the spiritual master of all Paramahamsas, who are the most exalted human beings, and is the master of the self-realized. Let me offer my repeated obeisances unto the lotus feet. So Narada, there is one more. Narada, the most powerful saintly sage, also worshipped Narayana by chanting the following mantra. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the master of the creation, maintenance and annihilation of the visible cosmic manifestation. Yet, he is completely free from false prestige. Although to the foolish he appears to have accepted a material body like us, he is unaffected by the bodily tribulations like hunger, thirst and fatigue. Although he is a witness who sees everything, his senses are unpolluted by the objects he sees. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto that unattached, pure witness of the Lord, the Supreme Soul, Personality of God. So Narada Muni himself getting the teachings from Narayana Rishi. So now coming to our understanding of devotional service and how to control our senses is basically detachment from the sense objects and attachment to Krishna. That is what he is teaching us. Austerity, austerity, austerity. So that leads to what? Detachment from the material objects. So it's called Naishkarmya. So what is the meaning of Naishkarmya? No karma. So whatever activities we do, there should not be any karma. That is akarma. Correct? Is that akarma? So any activity we do, it is making us a bondage with the material world. So any activity we perform, if it creates a bondage with the material world, that is no good. So that is what we need to detach from. Oh, eating, think about it. Eating is also making us bonding to the material world. How? Eating also is sin, because we are killing so many plants and objects. So that is why we need to offer to Krishna to get purification. Correct, no? I was thinking, oh my God, it's so heavy. Even eating anything else without offering to Krishna is very heavy. I don't think I'm doing that every day, but it's difficult. That is also very difficult. How to detach? Any activity for that matter, we need to do what Krishna says. Few things. The results of these fruitive activities is utilized. What are we trying to do now? Whatever the activities we do, we are doing in such a way that all the results, we are getting some fruits. Correct, no? That fruits we are eating. You work whole day and night, like the verse what Rishabhadeva said. You are working 16 hours a day and night, for what? For what? Sense gratification. That's not going to help us. It's going to bind us in this material world. So, but the same fruits, what we got from the activities what we did, if you offer it to Krishna, that is Naishkarmya. So, undergoing austerities, Narayana says, one should be unattached to the objects that the senses come in contact with, the mind should not be disturbed even looking at any sensual object. Mind should not be disturbed. The working senses should not be disturbed by the objects. On the other side, we need to get attracted to Supreme Personality of God, the form of Krishna. So we even see the deities of Krishna. Beautiful. Look at from the head, from the lotus feet on up. That's what we need to do. We just always look at Krishna, face of Krishna. It has been recommended, first have darshan at the lotus feet of Krishna. Then move your eyes up to see the face of Krishna. Why? Why do we need to look at the lotus feet? It's always a question. They say first look at the lotus feet of Krishna. Even spiritual master comes, we'll do first of all we will do abhishekam to his lotus feet. Why is that so?
For Krishna, and I heard that that's where all the devotees are. So yes.
So, giving up the results of the work to higher cause, will definitely advance us in the spiritual life. What is that? Results of the work has to be offered to Krishna, will make us advance in spiritual life. Think about Naranarayana Rishi. They were doing austere penances. Indra was in fear. Who is this Rishi? Doing a lot of austerities here. And he was thinking about his seat. Who knows when he will come and occupy my seat? And he said, the great damsels of heavenly planets, along with Madan, they said, go him and agitate his mind. All went there. Finally, Madan got attracted to Narayana Rishi. And then all the damsels were there and Narayana Rishi were like smiling at them. And instead of Narayana Rishi getting attracted, they were attracted to Narayana Rishi. And what Narayana Rishi did is, from their body, it manifested many damsels, who are million times beautiful than the damsels of heavenly planets. Million times, zillion times. And then they all surrendered. I'm sorry, it was not my job. It was my boss, Indra, who told me to come. It is not, please forgive me. And then finally, Narayana Rishi blessed them. Since you came all the way from there, with your damsels, I am going to provide all these damsels. You take whomever you want. And you know who went? Urvashi. They took Urvashi back to heavenly planets. In that way, I think, still that time there was no Urvashi, right? So, Urvashi was created by Narayana Rishi. Yeah, he was gifted and they took them back. So that was how can you even go and disturb Krishna? We are thinking to agitate the mind of Krishna, but we get agitated. But in one way, we come and trying to agitate Krishna in our own way. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, right? And there is a story. The thief wants to have lot of ornaments, which he heard from that sound. Somebody said, there is one deity in Vrindavan, and he lots of gold in it. Why don't you go? So he was agitated. The thief was agitated. He came to Vrindavan to steal the ornaments of what Krishna was wearing. And he disturbed the whole, scene, right? Coming and a lot of dacoit and everything. But what happened to him? Looking at Krishna's face, instead of the ornaments, looking at Krishna's face, he got attracted. He never put the garlands or whatever the paraphernalia, he did not even touch. He was just purified just by looking at Krishna. So, how much ever our mind is agitated. Recently, I was in a travel, and I met one Indian. He was talking, so much work I'm doing, so many things, I don't know. The moment I go to the temple, it will be so nice. So nice. Why is it so? And they were talking. Then I was behind. I was asking, why do you think when you go to the temple, we'll get peace? Why is it so? And they were, I don't know, it's peaceful. Then I was explaining, you know what dharma is? Dharma, for us, so-called dharma, is religion, right? That's what we call the religion. Oh, you follow this religion, you'll get this. You follow the Christianity, you follow the Hinduism, you follow the Islam. And other than that, we have casteism, etc., so many religions. How much ever religion you follow, it's not going to help you. But for us, our eternal dharma, what is the eternal dharma? Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nityadas. So once we realize that I am not the body, I am the soul, and my connection is only with Krishna, and I am the servant of Krishna. That is the eternal dharma. And I was telling them, this is the dharma. That means when we realize I am not the, Prabhu was explaining last week so nicely, Pantangopal Prabhu, part and parcel of Krishna. So the way, as a part and parcel, whatever it is, we come and sit in front of Krishna, we are actually in abode of Krishna. This is not different, just like an embassy. Going to Indian embassy to get stamp for a visa, or go to American embassy to get stamp for a visa. This is another embassy of spiritual world. So it is not ordinary. We come here to get stamp. When do you receive that stamp is when you serve the devotees of the Lord. When you serve the devotees of the Lord with a simple heart, simple service, how much of a service we can do. Simple heart, that's all we need. Serve Krishna and come to this embassy. Our qualification somehow is to come and associate with Krishna. Associate with the devotees of Krishna. That is our eligibility. That is the only eligibility to even get the mercy of Krishna. Forget about the senses, forget about all of them. It gets automatically controlled when we are sadhu sangha. Once we have the sadhu sangha and bhajana kriya in the association devotees, then that will help us automatically to control the senses. As we explained, sadhana bhakti, that can help us control the senses. We don't have to control the senses. Trying to artificial way of controlling the senses. Krishna knows how to control our senses. Rishikena sevana bhakti rishyate. So that the way to control is to attach to Krishna, and Krishna can control the senses. That is the real austerity. Saying that, thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any comments and questions? I don't have time. Probably. Maybe one question or one comment will be very helpful. Pandran Gopal Prabhu, any comment? Please help me to understand at least whatever I spoke.
It is very illuminating on Dharma, right? What I feel is, the Lord is there, performing austerities, and still the waves of Kali Yuga.
Lord has come to teach us what is the way we can control the senses. That's why still last year, Krishna was there, even in Vrindavan. How many people got attracted to Krishna? Krishna was there, right? Gauranga Mahaprabhu came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Whoever he visited, whoever he hugged, everybody became devotees. Prabhupada, Shaktyadesh Avatar, right? When he, it's Krishna's again. He came as, who was he? He was a commander-in-chief. He came and he spread the love of Godhead. And he met 10,000 devotees. He gave so many initiations. He made more than 100 temples at the age of 70. What is that? It's an empowerment. He gave so many. How many got attracted? Very few. So, in front of, even Krishna comes in front of us. If they say, 8 o'clock Krishna is coming, please come. Are we ready to come? Oh, you know what? I have so few things. Maybe I'll come by 8:30. We are not even ready for that. Tell Krishna to wait. That's our consciousness. So the consciousness is very important. Even though we are here sitting Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, our consciousness, our mind is somewhere else. There is no way. So that's the same way. When Krishna is here, we cannot understand Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.